Thought I'd do a little close-up of the garden this morning. This is Clara's catnip and sunflowers. A little bit of a rosemary down there. I think that was a volunteer. More catnip. More sunflowers. Let's see, there's a mixture of stuff. Some stuff I don't even know what it is, to tell you the truth. This is borage, it's kind of passing. Gladiolas a friend of mine got from the side of the road. This is the first year. They're really very beautiful. They're one of my favorite things. Tomatoes. A little bit of kale down there and some more cucumbers and squash. Weeds. This is an olive tree. It's in a pot. Irises. If anybody knows what this is, I would love to hear what it is, because I don't know. Same with this. It has beautiful blue flowers. I have a nice empty spot with nothing in it. I'm going to work on that in the next couple of days. Some knockout roses, violets. Something I don't know the name of. Oh, check that out. 3 little pineapples. They're doing great. See the new growth in the middle? That one's coming really well. Some ground cherries. Random flowers, I'm not sure what they were. A baby asparagus. Baby parsley. More asparagus. See these little tiny things. I grew them from seed, so next year we'll have some asparagus. See what else. This is a black, I gotta prune this back. This is a black dahlia that came from a bulb. Walk over this way. This is kind of wild over here. I need to weed this weekend. There's carrots and beets, tomatoes, squash, blueberries, more tomatoes, more, these are blackberries, and our blueberries. Let's see. The quail, there's some radishes. These are those radishes. They're wasabi radishes. There's an empty spot here too. That's going to be all summer tolerant greens. I think that's it over here. Give you a little picture of the quails. They're in their habitat over here. Kind of running around. I need to refresh their dirt bath. They will only leave the dirt bath or the shavings in for a day. So I have to fill them up most every day. But they're happy birds. They're nice and fat. I'm getting about 12 eggs a day, so that's amazing. This is the fig tree. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see it. It's pretty big. And we just started picking figs. Here's one that's ready to be picked. There's another one under there. I've noticed this year it's been interesting. Usually the bees are around the fig tree pretty heavy. I also have, I'm going to walk over this way. I also have bee balm. You can see that coming up, the purple bee balm. This is all the weeds that I pulled this morning. I'll just go over that with a lawnmower. But the bee balm is usually in mass with tons of bees, and the other day I came out, there wasn't any bees at all. So I kind of like yelled up to the sky, where are all the bees? Because usually it's frightening to be around it. It's so full of bees. And yesterday morning I came out and it was covered with bees. It's the big bumblebees that make lots of noise. So I was very happy about that. And we'll start over here on this garden. Daisies, they're starting to go by, but hopefully there's, oh, and there's black-eyed Susans coming in behind it. Some sunflowers that are getting there. They're about up to my waist. Cucumbers. Tons of strawberries that need to be filled, sorted out. They're kind of crunched together, but I've been getting strawberries every day for about a month. This looks a little wild. It's that time of year around here, but there's a raspberry bush, which is very interesting. There's no berries on it this year, but apparently the first year they don't have berries, and then the next year they have stored the berries in the stalk, so they'll come up next year. So the thing practically took over my garden. I've had to cut it back a bunch of times, but there's no berries. Oh, this is lemon verbena. It smells amazing, like lemons. You can make tea. This is cool. I've never grown these before. They're called Jacob's Tears. And I guess it goes that originally Native American people used it for jewelry. So it has like this black seed, and you can make holes in the seed and make jewelry. So if I sound ignorant about it, it's because I am. I've only read a little bit about it, but I'll fill you in how it goes when they grow up. And some Thai basil behind that. My beautiful bee balm, so much. These, I don't know the proper name. They were like small irises. And last year I brought literally a tiny, it probably had 5 of these stalks. And this is 1 year's worth of it spreading out. And in here there's a huge rosemary. And these are cowpeas. I've never grown them before, but the flower is really pretty cool. They're very heat tolerant too. And there's basil in here. Echinacea. I have tried to grow that for years. Last year I went and bought a few from the graveyard at Lowe's. You know, they think that the flowers are dying end of the season. They cost like $1. And there's 2 colors. You can see the darker color on that side. So they're doing great. A little bit of garlic. I don't know. It was the first time I grew it, and it's just kind of hanging out in there. No flowers have come up yet, so I'm just leaving it there. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Oregano. Anybody near me, if you want oregano, oh my God. I'm pulling it up and cutting it down because it's so much. Black-eyed Susan. And I just found a couple pepper plants back there that were full of weeds. And this is asparagus. It's the first year. I planted it last year. You're supposed to let it go for a year or 2 before you start picking it. So that was very interesting how it grows. Grows up in a stalk like you eat your asparagus. And then this happens if you let it go to seed, which I don't know much about it. If anybody knows, you can let me know. But I'm assuming all these little tiny things here are seeds. And I did find, I pulled it up by accident, but there was a little sprout of an asparagus behind it. So it's gonna like just self-seed. This is a Gardenia. I don't think there's any flowers. I thought I saw one yesterday. Yes, there's one. It's almost dead though. Oh, the smell. Gardenias smell like heaven. Let's see. Mint galore. I have to pull it up every few weeks because it's everywhere. But I love it. Has anybody ever mowed your lawn? And there's mint. It smells so good. And this is a mishmash of stuff. First year growing milkweed. Those of you in Massachusetts, we grew up with milkweed everywhere. It was the coolest thing. I never thought much about it. But around here, I've never seen it. So that's from seed. And it's supposed to be a really awesome draw for, I think, monarch butterflies. Definitely the pollinators. Marigolds, those are volunteers. They came up by themselves this year. Variegated sage, some cayennes, more sage, more cayennes, and there's a couple of ground cherries. Oh, and I think that's it. I'll share my imperfect yard. It needs a mow. It's kind of exciting this year. I bought a lawnmower, zero-turn lawnmower, and now I get to do my own lawn, which is a blessing, saves me money, but it's also a giant pain in the butt. And this is my new greenhouse. Still needs a lot of putting together, but the bones are there, so, and it's hot, so it's probably not gonna get the finishing touches until the spring. I mean, still till the fall. Here's the back of it. So the other structure I have, there's a barn next to it, but it's termite eaten kind of, so that's our next project, is to finish the barn. The inside is great, it's that back wall is bad. It's the rest of my yard. North Carolina is pretty cool. Imagine sitting in that chair looking at the field and the fog. It's beautiful. So I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of a garden tour. There's see that big tree? That's a pecan tree. I have a few of those. That's kind of fun too. So anyways, have a great day. And I hope you're gardening a little bit, even in pots. It is really amazing to be able to eat your own food that you've grown, even if it's a little bit. When I grow stuff, sometimes I only grow a few of one thing or another, and then I at least get to enjoy that and understand how it grows too. It's a good learning experience. Okay, Clara and I say goodbye. Have a great day.